Hey, what's up you guys, it's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to go into chapter 61 of Lost by James Patterson. So let's get right into this video. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, I suggest you click off the video now. You have been warned. All it really took was a slight body twist, just like a coach had taught me at the University of Miami. I was quickly shifted everything to my left and the security officer squirted past me. He fell face first onto the gangplank. I never actually touched him. That was the best kind of confrontation. I liked how Marie calmly stepped over the man without saying a word. We wasted no time heading to the bow of the ship in the container with the air vents. I didn't want to think about what it would have been like to cross the Atlantic in something like this. I was scared to see what was inside. The security officer picked himself up and caught up to us. Like an angry little kid, he said, "I called my supervisor. Only customs can come on the ship at any time. You're not with customs. That's about the only police agency ID you don't have on you." I said, "Did you call your supervisor over to the ship? I'd like to speak with him or her." That brought the man up short. "No, she's not on site, but she said you don't have permission to be on the ship." All I said was noted, and we continued making our way to the bow of the ship. Before we even reached the container, that thin sailor who I had seen smoking a cigarette in front of it earlier turned to face me. He was wearing a faded red Def Leppard t-shirt with a fraying edge where the collar should have been. His laminated ID and port card were attached to his belt. The man spoke to the security officer in English with a thick Dutch accent. "Hey, what's this?" The captain said no one was to come on board until the crane was ready to start unloading. I pointed to the badge on my chest and said, "Police business. I'd like to look at this container more closely." The crew member said, "And I'd like to get a blow job from a Hooters waitress. Both of us are going to be disappointed." I scooted around the man, secretly hoping he'd make the mistake of putting his hands on me. I don't know if it was my size or my official position that gave him a little bit of common sense, but all he did was follow me, complaining in my ear the whole way. "We can't open any of these containers," he said. They have special locks. You're wasting your time. You're wasting my time." Marie looked at the door and said, "This lock has been tampered with. It's not even an official transport lock." I didn't hesitate to pull a rescue tool off the wall. It looked like a thick crowbar with a pointy end. Now the crewman stood directly between me and the door to the container. He looked serious. I hoped I wouldn't have to fight him or, God forbid, go for my gun, although I would if he or the security officer drew a weapon. We stood there in silence. Marie sensed the tension and, like a good partner, moved into position to take action if she had to. She was behind the men, neither of whom were paying any attention to her. I'd seen her in action and had no doubt she could stop these two idiots from doing anything stupid. Sweat poured down the security officer's face. He was nervous. This was way outside his experience. Finally, the crewman said, "The captain'll have something to say about this." He looked toward the bow. I stepped past him to the shipping container, avoiding the security guard like I was a hockey player skating past the defender. No one had touched me, and I still had the crowbar in my hand. I paused at the door for a moment. I thought I heard something move inside the container. Marie knocked on the side of the container, and I heard more movement. My heart started to race. I prayed that we weren't too late to save anyone inside. Then the security officer said, "What's that noise?" It was like a light bulb went on over his head. He realized what was going on and what was at stake. When the crewman started to move toward me, it was the security officer who stopped him. I nodded my thanks to the security officer, then set the crowbar against the lock. It broke off the right leverage and my full weight against it. I pulled one side of the door open. The smell that hit us was ferocious. I turned my stomach and made my eyes water. Behind me, I heard Marie mumble, "Oh my God." That is the end of this chapter. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.